Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Deanna and I'm glad you're here. We're going to talk some plant care today. And the plant that we have chosen today is this beauty, the Rhaphidophora Tetrasperma, or like I like to call it, mini monstera, a lot simpler. So it's a plant that I think we need to talk about. The reason is because I think it's a plant that many of us gravitate towards when we see it at the nurseries. I know I certainly did, and I have enjoyed having it. Although it has not always been the simplest, I've had my little excitement with it or my little drama with it. It's actually managed to do well and it's growing for me. I have two different ones. This is one of them. And I wanted to go ahead and highlight some things about this plant. As you can see by the leaves, with the cutouts it has, it's one of the things I think that makes it pretty cool and that we enjoy of it. It can even get some little holes in it, like you can see there in that leaf. And it is a plant that likes to climb, so it grows the aerial roots, and if you give it a nice moss pole, this is just a simple bamboo pole, and you like grab it with something. I have this VELCRO little wraps that I use to help it climb up. Then it can climb really high, and it can be a statement piece in your house. So this is one way to display it, and I wanted to show you guys what I'm doing with my second one that I have. And I will go over with you my experiences with it and the plant care that I've done, so we can have a successful growth and we can enjoy this beautiful plant. So if you're interested, keep on watching. I'm going to keep it short and sweet and hopefully entertaining. Let's go for it. I wanted to show you how this plant looked before. I wanted to first put it in this moss pole so it could grow faster, but it's kind of grown really big already and it's growing out the moss pole. But ideally when I got this plant, I wanted it to trail basically on a wall. So I had bought some clips some time ago, I'll show you in just a moment, that are going to be used to attach it against the wall so it can grab on. But I wanted you to see how it looked before on this moss pole before I change it up. And let's see how this idea works out or not. So these are the clips. I'm going to put a link so you guys can see if you're interested. And they should be very easy. They're clear. And I'll be able to attach it so it can adhere to the wall. I think that idea is going to look very cool. Let me show you how I'll use it now. I just want you to know that I actually have this plant inside a plastic pot. So I'm thinking that when I water it, maybe I hope that I can water it here. That way I don't have to move it somewhere else. But I'm going to put something on the bottom so when I water it, the water doesn't stay stagnant or touching the roots. I'm going to try to look up for something, an idea, so I can put underneath it and lift up the plastic pot off the ceramic pot. Just to make it easier. If not, I would have to take it off the clips and take it to water it and put it back on, and that would be a lot of work. Sometimes you can put rocks between the plastic pot and the ceramic pot. That's an idea that I've seen. That obviously you can't overwater it, but you can, a little drainage or a little extra water can stay in that area and separate again the roots of the plant from the water, because we want to avoid that root rot. So let me go look and see what I find. Look, I'm thinking I can reuse this. This is from the Costa Farm pots from the bottom. So I'm thinking this is even going to work out even a little better than the rocks for now. So you see the water can drain here on the sides. And rocks is another idea, but I think this is going to work out for my plant in this instance. So let's see how it can look lifted up. Okay, I think that works. I think it fits perfectly. And like I said, when I water it, I don't want to overwater it either. So these are the little clips. You can take off the little sticky tab. And now little by little, I'm going to see where I'm going to attach it so it can grab on and climb up the wall. Got to separate it. I got the two plants here and they're becoming a mess. These plants are so beautiful. So I have one, a mini monstera that's longer than the other root. Definitely going to use the longer one. I can either put it straight up. Let's see what looks better. Oh, I think I just broke a leaf. That's so sad. Something like this? Or like this. I'm going to put one right here. I'm going to stick it right here. They are clear, so that should be good. White, clearish. Let's see. Look, very easy to put on. I actually had never used these. I bought these a long time ago, but I had not used them. I think I saw in a video that somebody else had something like this. I don't know if it was Pinterest. And I looked them up and I bought them, but I didn't have a plant that was long enough that I wanted to use it in. Finally, I do. Let's put another one right here. The good thing is that once you want to take off the clips, you can take them off. And it's just going to come off easily and not damage your wall. So it's an idea. Okay, I think I'm going to use another one here. So I have two different plants. Okay, now I'm going to use this vine over here. I think one looks good around here, maybe. So it can hold on here. Let's see how this looks. Let's see how this looks. Oh! So you kind of, just playing around with ideas, where to put the angles to make it look aesthetically more pleasing. Here, this way, maybe here. Maybe I'll put it here. I wanted to attach here. That's better here. Oops. Look how many come in the package. I think they come like 100. And I'm just going to use like 5 or 6. Let's see, something like this. I think around here. You can always, take it off if you don't like it and change it up. But I'm just going to get started here. You see how this plant has area roots? So those area roots can start attaching against the wall. So the plant's really going to love this feeling that it can grab on. It's going to hopefully help it grow faster and bigger leaves. I would love that. I bought this plant really small, maybe from here down, and I bought it super cheap. I don't know if I paid about $3 or $4 for it, maybe $5 early last year, and it's grown so fast, and it's not even receiving that much light, maybe low to medium. And I've had them in this location for a while, and I've been checking it out, and I've noticed that it is growing. I think I'm gonna attach it here better. So that makes me feel that this plant's happy here and this is a good location for it. See, you can close the clips and I didn't realize you could do that. Definitely. Just, twist it and it closes up the clips like this. There you go. I was supposed to be doing this. And there you go. It doesn't pop out. So it's cool because I can unpop it and open it, take it out, and rearrange it however I want to. Okay, clip, clip, clip. Twist. Okay, looking good. So Rhaphidophora Tetrasperma. I hate saying the name. Or mini monstera. I don't say it very well, guys. Sorry. Beautiful plant, right? That's all I know. It's a beautiful plant. So I hope that it's gonna keep attaching and maybe getting the leaves are gonna start kind of positioning themselves in a better position. And I can give you guys updates in Instagram. So the plant can keep growing. The little clips are not impeding its growth at all, which is awesome. I think I'm gonna put another clip right here. So it can look even better. It has some new leaves here, so pretty. And I love it because this is a white wall cabinet. So I feel like from far away, you're gonna be able to see it and it's gonna give it that jungle vibes, urban jungle. That kind of look that, you know, people say, you're so crazy. This house is crazy with plants. Okay guys, so I wanted to take now some time to go over the care for this beautiful plant. If you're like this plant, then obviously you want to know how to care for it. And so I really want to share with you guys as my experience with plants increases and I've tried different things or experienced different things. I want to share with you guys how I've taken care of it when it's been successful or even when it's not been successful. So hopefully we can learn together. But so far I will tell you that I would rate this plant as being easy. As you can see, this one has been a lot more successful and growing a lot faster because I bought them maybe in a month difference of time. And this one all of a sudden did have some issues. And I am still confused on how you can tell if one is tissue culture or not. The only difference is when I bought it is that this one had bigger leaves. It had bigger leaves, and I'll tell you what happened. When I bought it originally, this one had smaller leaves. This one has grown fast and has not been picky at all. This one that had the bigger leaves, all of a sudden turned yellow. Like one leaf after the other, and basically stayed with like 2 leaves. Now, what happened? I don't know, because I've been taking care of them basically the same. And it just all of a sudden, this one became very picky. The only thing I had done is I had put a wood stake in it. Not this one, this one was made out of bamboo. I had actually just gotten a piece of wood that I found in my yard and I put it on there. I don't know if it had a chemical on it because it was wood that you buy from the store basically, and maybe that's what my brain told me is I had put it in there, I watered it, and all of a sudden, boom, all the leaves started turning yellow. And I took it out and then I put this bamboo pole, and basically it had like 2 leaves left, but the actual stem was very nice and green. So of course I didn't give up on it. I put it where it had eastern light in the morning, which to me is the prime location for any plant that you're trying to give it some extra help, is give it morning sun. Like that's ideal for plants. So I put it there, and that's it. I let it be. And of course, when it dries, watered it, and eventually, look, ended up getting some leaves. And so there it is. So this is a plant that was basically recovered. And that one never had issues, so look at her. Doing so good, right? And look, just right before this video, in like 2 or 3, this leaf was completely green 3 days ago, and all of a sudden it's yellow. Now, what happened to this? I think it needed water. Maybe, but what I'm surprised is how quickly they can just turn yellow. And that's only happened to this one mini monstera. This other one has not. It can be dry and it's not going to turn yellow. But this one has been so sensitive. So if a sensitive, I'm trying to determine, I'm thinking it's a tissue culture, that's the sensitive one, the tissue culture one, and I'm thinking this is the regular one, and that one has not been very, very picky. If you guys know, and you guys can tell me from the looks, I don't know how you guys can determine which one is the tissue culture, please comment. This is plant A, the one that's having issues or has been picky, and this is plant B that's been a fast grower, not picky at all. Okay, well, please comment and let me know, okay? Because we're gonna teach in that way everybody else can see the comments and we can all learn which one's best to buy. Tissue culture or non-tissue culture. At this point, if this is a non-tissue culture, I would say that one would be the best. I have not propagated either yet, so I can experiment with that. But at this point, most likely this is going to be the easiest one to propagate. Now, care. Like a monstera family plant, I would just water it when it gets to dry. So I do keep it in a very airy mix. As you can see, I always amend my soil with some orchid bark and perlite. Those are the two go-to for me. So I water it when dry. See, right now I can pick it up, I can feel that it's dry, I can stick my finger a few inches, it's dry, so I know it needs water. And basically I use regular tap water is fine, and I do fertilize it with fish fertilizer. That's what I've been doing for most of my plants. So I actually already had done the mix, so I'm not going to do it on camera. Basically, I poured just a little bit in there. I did not measure it, but I'm shooting for about less than a teaspoon. Okay, so like half a teaspoon to a teaspoon for this little size pitcher is what I do. This should not burn your plants, but I never overdo it either. I do very little, just in case. And I feel my plants have been very happy with fish fertilizer, so it stinks a lot. So if you hate and cannot stand smells, you probably won't like this. But I just like it because I know it won't burn my plants, and it's had great results. So I kind of get over it and I do it. So like I'm gonna water it now that we're speaking about it. I'm gonna put this little plastic underneath. So I'm gonna make sure I water it thoroughly. It does have a little bit of the fertilizer already in there. And because it's spring, summer, it's always, I'm gonna try to add this to most of my waterings to my plants. If I water them every 2 weeks and add just a little bit of this fish fertilizer, I think it's gonna be very good to them. It's incredible the growth that I see when I do fertilize them. So fertilizer, I almost thought I overdid it here. It might pour over. Hopefully it won't pour over. You see how fast draining this soil is? It immediately went down, it's down here. So I'm gonna let it sit here because I want it to absorb. I want that soil to really absorb the water. And I'm gonna let it sit here for a good 30 minutes, should be good, should be enough. Okay, so I already told you guys about watering when dry. I already told you about the type of fertilizer that I use. And how often I do it. Like I said, again, spring, summer, because it's growing season, I'm going to fertilize every other watering. I think is going to be, or every watering, I would feel comfortable with that. It's kind of if I'm lazy or not, if I'm going to go get the fertilizer or not. But I would want to shoot for at least every other watering, and just very minimal. It's like 1 teaspoon for 1 quart. I think that's what's recommended. So that's that. And humidity. This plant does not mind basically any humidity that I've been exposing my plants to. I do not have them where there's humidifiers, and we just went through a winter with the heater on my house, so that means the humidity was low, about 30%, and that didn't seem to face this one or any of my monsteras. Seems like humidity is not an issue, so that means it's easier to take care of plant. Lighting. Like I said, I've done morning light, and it's been happy. I wouldn't overdo it. I wouldn't put it where it has afternoon sun. I think would be too harsh and can definitely burn the leaves, especially now in spring and summer. So I would only do direct sun if it's morning sun. But normally I don't have them anymore in morning sun. I have them where they get medium light, and they've been fine. So medium light is where I'm keeping them, and look at this one grow. It's been growing in medium light. So that's cool, because like this section of my house doesn't get very bright light, but it's gonna do good. It doesn't seem to have been affected. So that's really good. So that's why I think this plant's easy, because you can put it almost anywhere in your house, as long as it's not a closet or a place there's no windows whatsoever. No, do not do that for any plants. And guys, they're arriving now in more big box stores. So I just ran into them this week and I posted it on my Instagram story. So guys, follow me on my Instagram story, because when I'm at the stores and I'll see good finds of plants in big box stores, I'm gonna post it so you guys hopefully can also catch on quickly and maybe find something that you're looking for. But yeah, they're becoming a lot easier to find in the United States. Unfortunately, I hear it's not the same all around the world. But I'm thinking in 2021 they're gonna start arriving even in other countries, because they're becoming so much more available, I think, nowadays. And plants are seem to be becoming big all over the world. So that is my care tips for this mini monstera, Rhaphidophora Tetrasperma. Wow, that's such a hard name, guys. I hate saying it every time I say it. But mini monstera, we're gonna say that. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it was helpful. I'm just sharing my care tips, and hopefully that helps you and inspires you to also enjoy your plants a little more and have them green and happy and healthy. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and give it a thumbs up if you really enjoy it. And I really appreciate you guys watching these videos and your kind comments. Thank you very much. Have a great day. Bye.